y'all, it's Kristanngeorges and I'm back with a new video. 2 weeks ago I posted on my Instagram story asking what you guys wanted to see. I asked if you wanted to see pre-med video or my natural hair update. It ended up being 50-50 and so I posted it on Snapchat and a whole bunch of you guys wanted a pre-med video first, so I put that up last week, so if you want to check that out, go check it out. But this week's video is going to be my natural hair update video and how I take care of my natural hair. So yes, I'm wearing a wig right now, but this video I'm basically going to take you guys into the shower with me and I'm going to make you see exactly how I take care of my hair underneath all of this and how I got it to go from this to this. So the first thing that I do is when I go into the shower, the first thing that I do is I take my hair out of its like little braids and I usually go into the bathroom and I go in and I start separating my hair out, because usually when I take them out of the little cornrows that I have in for like 2 to 3 weeks, my hair is pretty knotted and pretty matted. You know, I have to sit in there and basically separate each strand of hair step by step by step, and it takes a pretty long time, which is why they call it a natural hair wash day, because it takes almost an entire day to like take care of your natural hair. Thumbs this up if you know what I mean, that your natural hair takes like an entire day. Like you just have to take an entire day for your hair. So the next thing that I do is after I finish fluffing out my hair and taking all the knots out, I go ahead and I split my hair in half. So I split it, like if I don't split it in two, then I might split it up and down, just depending on how I'm feeling. Honestly, there's like no like specific way to do it. The next thing that I do is I go underneath the shower. So under the shower, I basically wet my hair up. I start with the bottom half of my hair normally, or one half of my hair normally. And I go ahead and I shampoo that part of my hair. I like to really get into my scalp and really massage in there, because like, let me just tell you, if you don't wash your hair for 3 weeks, like, you know, stuff is gonna build up. And especially because I oil my scalp at least 2 to 3 times per week and I put a lot of leave-in conditioner in my hair, there's a lot of buildup of stuff. So I try to shampoo my hair only once because I don't want to dry my hair out. But of course, depending upon how much your hair needs, this is up to you. You decide. If your hair is really dirty and it just needs a 2-time shampoo, then go ahead. But I just shampoo my hair once, but I give it a really good shampoo. I really get into the scalp. I really, you know, go through the hair and like, you know, make sure I don't do too much craziness with my hair in the shampoo. I'm really focused on my scalp with shampooing. That's like the main purpose of shampooing for me personally. And then I go ahead and I give my hair a good rinse out. So after I rinse my hair out, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with my conditioner. I've always used Cantu products. Like I've always, like, that's the one thing that's not changed about my routine, is I use Cantu. Now, like depending on your hair type, you have to figure out what works for you. My cousin has like really tight kinky curls, like way tighter than my curls, so she she doesn't really like Cantu products for her hair. They're not heavy enough to really give her the manageability that she wants. So definitely find products that work for you. My hair is not as like tightly curled or tightly coiled as my cousin, so I can use Cantu products because they're good enough to help me manage my hair. So basically I go in now and I split my hairs in half again. I'm just gonna condition the bottom part and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna finger detangle. Anyone that's watched my old video, I've always said avoid putting tension on your hair if you don't have to. I don't really like to use combs if I do not have to. I use a comb once every 2 to 3 weeks in my real hair. My real hair does not get combed. I don't believe in, you know, putting all the extra tension on your hair if you don't need to. So yeah, I go in and I finger detangle, split it apart, split it apart, split it apart, and split it apart. After I'm basically done detangling my hair, I go ahead, I basically go and wait like 15 minutes with that on my hair, and I let my own natural body heat it up and really, you know, make that kind of give it that deep conditioning. So I don't use any additional heat on my hair. I do have, like, I did straighten my hair about 2 months ago, and like, I don't know, I got some heat damage from it, so I have a little bit of heat damage in my hair, but I mean, other than that, my hair is alright. So the next step in my natural hair routine is that after I, you know, deep condition it using my natural body heat, I go and I use rice water. So what I do is I actually use rice flour because I don't like to use rice because I don't want to waste rice. Like, I'm not gonna like eat the rice after it's fermented in the water. So basically there's a lot of studies showing that rice water does a lot of great things for your hair. It helps it, I think it like ferments, like match the pH of your hair, and like there's a whole bunch of research on it. Read up on it, look up rice water and natural hair. Oh, basically I just take rice flour, organic brown rice flour, I mix that up inside of a bowl and I leave it like 2 days before I know I'm gonna wash my hair, and I let it ferment. It gets kind of smelly, like it smells like kind of weird. So, you know, be prepared, but I mean, it's once every 3 weeks, you know, so just prepare yourself. And so after I do that, I basically dip my hair in that water for a few minutes, and then after I dip it in the water for a few minutes and it's all over my hair, I take the same Walmart bag that I deep conditioned my hair in and I wrap that up and I let that rice water sit on my head for about 30 minutes and really soak in and do it what it's supposed to do. You know, it depends. Like, if you ferment it for 1 day, it's not that bad. It won't smell that bad, but like, you know, if you do it for like 2 days, it's gonna smell a little weird. Anyways, so after that, I go underneath the shower again and I rinse my hair out. I rinse all that rice water out my hair. I really go in, rinse the scalp out and all of that. And I condition again. So I shampoo once, condition twice. So in this conditioning, basically I'm just really going in and just like, you know, really getting the conditioner really in there, detangling one more time. And so detangling your hair is probably the longest part, I feel like, for me, of my natural hair routine, is just like detangling my hair, because it can get super tangled. But anyways, after I'm done detangling my hair, the next thing that I do is after I'm done detangling my hair, the next thing I do is I rinse that conditioner out, and we're done with the water stuff for my hair. So the next step of my natural hair routine is, you guys all know I wear wigs, and I said this in my natural hair video, which I said go check out. But you all know that I kept my hair just braided underneath wigs, and I still do that. That's still my routine. I haven't changed that. I don't believe in doing a million things to your hair. I know there are naturals who do like 5 million things to their hair. There are naturals who do nothing to their hair. I'm one of the naturals that I do my hair like every 3 weeks. I leave it alone and I don't touch it, and it grows and it works for me. I'm not like a natural hair expert. I'm not good at like braiding up natural hair. I'm not good at like cornrowing hair, okay? I'm not trying to be a hairstylist or something like that. This is good enough for me. It's for my head, so this is what I do. So when I braid my hair, the first thing that I do is I put a little bit of coil calm detangler all over the section of hair that I'm going to braid. Then I put a little bit of more leave-in conditioner, and mind you guys, like I separate my hair into two, and I put a whole bunch of leave-in conditioner, coil calm detangler in first, and I really get it like nice and moist. And so the first thing I do is I do a braid across the back of my head. I don't braid it going down, because if you think about it, when you braid your hair going down, your hair is like pulling, this way, and you have the braid going this way. So basically you have forces going in opposite directions, so you're putting even more tension on your hair. No pain at all. So that's what I do. Yeah. So after I braid my hair down in the back, I go ahead and I braid my hair according to how I'm gonna have my wig. I have my wig in a center part, so I just do a big part down the center of my head, and I start braiding it according to that pattern. So once I'm done with my braids, I basically am done with my natural hair routine. I'm not touching my hair again for like another 3 weeks. I put some castor oil in there, and I use the organic Jamaican black castor oil, which I get from my mom, because you all know I'm Jamaican, or you all know that my family's Jamaican. Now I will say this routine does take some time, because there's a lot of detangling, a lot of moisturizing involved. And I think it's really important to keep your natural hair super moisturized. I just want to say that wearing wigs does not mean that you don't love your natural hair. The reason I wear wigs is because I do love my natural hair, and I'm cognizant of the fact that my natural hair can't be dealing with all the crazy stuff that other people can do to their hair every single day. Wearing wigs, it's an easy option for me. And other people are like, well, why don't you wear a natural hair wig? Well, the reason why I don't wear a natural hair wig is the same reason I don't wear my natural hair, because it's a lot of maintenance and I don't have time for that. So this is an easier option. I still get to take care of my natural hair. It's a protective style and my hair grows. So basically for the rest of my natural hair routine, I just leave my hair in those cornrows for about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how hectic my schedule is, and then I go in and I basically repeat this process over and over again. I think it's important that you understand your own hair, you understand the texture of your hair, you learn about your own hair, and you do your own research. This is just my natural hair routine. I figured this was like a natural hair update as well, because you guys got to see how much my hair has grown since that last video where I showed how my hair like a year ago, and it was like right here. My hair touches my boobs now, which is crazy because honestly I didn't think my hair was growing that much, but like to compare that video to this video and be like, whoa, my hair grew so much, it's insane. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe down below for more videos. Of course, check out my previous natural hair video that I've been advocating for this entire video, because I do give some really good tips in that video, even though it's a year old and a lot has changed since I did that video. Definitely still check it out. Bye guys!
She just wants to be beautiful, she goes